Zdravo svima.
Zdravo svima.
Dobrodošli.
Dobrodošli. Srećan 8. mart.
Yes, but you're not going to share it on 8 March. So.
I know, but we're filming on the International Women's Day, so
yes.
There you go.
Cheers.
We both made coffee, so this is a success because this is Može Kafa podcast. So, it's appropriate, I think, of us.
Rarely, but still we sometimes drink coffee. So it's off in Germany. It's not off in Serbia.
Actually, no, it's off in Berlin only for some reason.
Really? Oh,
yeah. So I thought, because before Berlin, I was not in Berlin, right? But I was in one town near Hanover. And over there, it was just like a normal working day. And then someone told me, oh, you're not working. It's like a holiday. And I said, oh, this is amazing. Finally, women are being celebrated. No, but I think the reason for that is because Berlin, because it's like more of like an Easter Germany, so it's not really religious, and because of that they have fewer holidays, and for that they just said, okay, let us just pick one, and then it ended up being Women's Day.
That's great.
Yeah, good for us,
good for our podcast.
Yeah, and I got some flowers from my flatmate, so that is really nice.
I saw.
Yes, I did. Tulips. I love flowers. How do we say tulips in Serbian? Do you know?
Lala.
Lala. Or actually, plural is lale.
Lale. But, in Turkish, it's singular lale, by the way.
Yeah. Do you know that lala or tulip is whatever my kind of like symbol for my channel? My blue.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. It's in the middle. So your favorite flower is tulip, lala.
Well, actually, because we call people from my area, from Banat, Vojvodina, lale. So I just thought it's appropriate, and they're beautiful, of course. I don't really have a favorite flower, but that really tells a lot about my story. So I just thought, why not?
Then my icon will be a sock.
Yes, it should be charapa, charapani, right? Okay, we're not talking about flowers or the 8th of March. We're talking about dogs.
Yeah, a follower of ours, a very dear followers and supporter, gave us this idea.
Can we tell her name?
I don't
know. No, okay.
I didn't write it down, but I will write it in the comments. So he came here and he saw so many dogs around. Everybody has a dog, walking dogs, dog parks in the parks and stuff. So he said, let's talk about this. What is this love for dogs in Serbia? And I said, actually, I was thinking of the same thing. So let's talk about it.
I do have to preface this with, I haven't been living in Serbia for 8 or 9 years now, and I think there's a lot that's changed, and I think this will be visible in this episode. So whatever I'm going to be talking about is my experience from 10 years ago, and Maki, because she's been living in Serbia for the last 4 years. How much is it? 3, 4 years? Two? Okay. How did I think 3 years? Something. 2 years. I think she has a fresh outlook, right, or a fresh mind and everything, and to the changes.
Observant mind. Wherever I go, I'm like, what are they doing? How is this region in Serbia? How is that region in Serbia? So,
Dog. Do you know how you say it in Serbian?
I know one thing about whenever I ask the plural form, everybody gives the example of dog, dog.
Oh,
because when you pluralize dog, it's normally psa, pas. You see, I am confused. Pas or psa?
Okay, so singular is pas.
Okay, pas. There is psa, there is psi.
Oh, yeah. That is quite difficult. So the plural nominative is psi. Yeah. So maybe I don't know, think of it like the Greek psi, the psi, I don't know. So pas, psi, that's nominative. But yeah, it gets complicated because it's
after 5, it becomes after 5, 2 psi, a dva
psi. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I would say plural would be psi, but then dva psa, 3 psa, 4 psa, 5
pasa, right?
5 psa, 6 psa. Oh my God! Oh, I have to revise.
Yeah. That's complicated even for you. Imagine me, and I'm like, plural form. So easy peasy in English. I mean,
Yeah, that is. I don't know why we do that, but this is not the only noun we do this with.
yeah.
Anyway, this would be a good topic for some other episode, and also to revise my knowledge because I'm confused.
Okay,
Yeah.
tell me like most common dog names here in Serbia.
Max.
Max. I heard Max. Yes.
I think
Rex.
before, yeah, a lot of the X ones like Max, Rex. I think like these are like, that means like what does it mean? Like Rex, is that God or something in some language? I don't know. It has this meaning. I wrote down some things. So it was like a very short names like Riki, Rocky, these kind of things. But then we also have I wrote down for males. So we also have like our nicknames like Miki. That's like a
Maki.
Or Maki. Okay, could be Maki, I guess. Žuća is one that I've met so many dogs called Žuća because Žuto is yellow.
Yeah,
and Žuća is a nickname.
Yeah.
Even my dad, yeah, exactly. My dad's nickname is Žuća as well. And we had a dog called Žuća. So that was quite funny.
I met cats called Žuća too.
Yeah, exactly. So now they have all like Lucky, for example. I forgot about that one. Lucky was one of them as well.
Can Bella be a name?
Yeah, so for female ones, Bella. For like cat dog, Donna. Donna was a very, very frequent female name for a dog. Yeah. Lily as well. Maza, because Lunja y Maza, it's like Lady and the Tramp. That's how we translated this Disney. Maza is like, Maza basically means cuddly, like someone who's cuddly, right? So Maza, Luna as well, like the moon. Luna.
Fifi.
I wrote down Fifi. Sorry, I just said it in such a weird way. Fifi. It's Fifi. And the reason why I wrote it is because there is this one famous poem called Fifi. Have you had a chance to check it out?
Not sure. Maybe I did, but I don't remember.
Okay, so I'm not going to read it, but I think we should link it to other people. So guys, search for Fifi, Dragan Lukic. That's the writer. Singer. Exactly. So no, it's not a song. It's a poem.
A poem. Sorry.
It's not a song. No. I think it's not a song. Yes. You can also find it on YouTube. Someone reading it out loud.
Oh, cool.
And I think it talks about this like tiny dog that is like, I think it's a poodle, Fifi poodle, and she's all dressed up and has like nail polish and whatnot, and this old lady is just talking to Fifi, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, and do this. And so you basically think that Fifi has a great life because she's tended, she looks beautiful, but actually like she's her owner is this annoying old lady, and that's the life of Fifi. So yeah, you should check
poor
it out.
Fifi.
Yeah, poor Fifi. But yeah, that was one of them.
So here, really, I mean, majority of people have pet dogs. I mean, they have dog friends at home, more than one in many cases.
Or more than one, yeah.
So in Kruševac, many houses have their own garden, and in each garden there's a tiny dog or big ones, but mostly they are small dogs. But I mean,
that wasn't the case before. Before it was actually like great to have a big dog, right? Because I think the purpose of dogs was
to protect.
Well, first of all, yeah, exactly. So really to protect. And I'm now I'm thinking I have this tiny dog at home. She's quite feisty. Her name is Milica. Milica. That's not a common name. Milica is a name for a woman. Exactly. So for a human, but it was just for some reason because Milica is like an endearing way how to say it. Nickname. But yeah, it's protection. It is really protection because someone's gonna, even if they don't attack, they will bark and they will let you know that someone is approaching because it's a different type of bark. So it's either that or even before that, people just deal with people, not deal with, but like their life was agriculture, right? And kettles, right?
Yeah.
So they had they just needed someone to gather take care of their cattle, chickens, or whatever.
Yeah, the goods as well. They keep their, for example, coal or wood, everything in the garden. So, which could be stolen. I mean, but I think the small dogs are better at protecting or informing because they're noisier than.
Yeah. But
I mean, they can't scare, but they don't stop shouting.
They don't, but that's the thing. They always shout. So you don't really know if it's like just a normal thing or is actually
they just
something
see a
happening.
bird or a human. Yeah, I don't know.
Exactly. So my dog just yells at everything, and I don't walk with her anymore. Like I don't walk my dog anymore because it's a her for me because he's a she. So because she just yells at everything. I mean, yells, barks at everything. She's like, we just walk and it's like other dogs because every house has a dog, right? So it's like, and then everyone is barking around us. Then the bike passes by, then she's barking. Then the passenger, like whatever, or like some car, then she's barking. And it's just annoying and she's always barking. My mom goes to the store, she's barking, like she's sad. But anyway, I think it was like for us before walking the dog wasn't really such a thing because everyone has a big backyard and if you have an apartment then you don't have a big dog, and actually you don't have a dog, but now I think it's changing. Now you think even in the apartment you do have a dog because you can buy a tiny one too.
The other day I went to a hairdresser and there were 3 dogs inside. I mean, not waiting in line, but 3 women came with their 3 dogs in the same place, and it was like
that wouldn't have happened before. That wouldn't. It just now it's just becoming a thing. But I wrote down today also small dogs. Not only are they small, they don't take so much space, but also it's less food that you have to pay for.
Yeah, that's true. More economic. Yeah, and less distance they need. I mean, they don't need to walk hours, but bigger dogs need bigger place to run.
Yeah. A bit bigger, yeah. But still, you need to, bigger dog, small dog, you need to walk them at least like once or twice a day. Yeah.
As for walking, as our follower also observed, the leash thing. Normally, you would never leave the leash, right? But here, the dogs are trained well, I guess. They don't have the leash. They just have the collar here, but not the leash itself. So they just walk next to their human friends. Oh, nice. And some of them are big. And when I go for a run, I feel like, what if this dog thinks that I'm running for a different purpose, But never such a bad thing happens. Like they all look at me peacefully. They are used to running people, as I guess. Yeah. But anyway, I'm always like having this doubt in my mind if this dog is gonna run after me or not.
Because I think we still don't have it. Like you don't have to train your dog. Right. So it's still not like a legal requirement as far as I know. So I wouldn't be so calm. But usually, so dogs are, if you don't look at them, I think you're fine. I mean, not always because they can be aggressive dogs, but dogs hate being looked in the eyes. So I just try to ignore them. But I did, like, for example, I was walking my friend's dog now when I was in Serbia. And it's like I think it's a pit bull dog. So, but she's like, she's active. She's not scary. She's not biting or anything. Like she's not aggressive. Her name is Luna. And so I was walking her and, I feel like I just didn't have that much authority over her. So she was just like taking like the lead. And I just thought, okay, I can't walk with her everywhere because she's not going to listen to me. And I'm like, I hope there's not going to be any dog around that's not trained. Right.
Yeah. Because how can you control her?
Exactly. So she's going to defend herself, of course. And the dog is just whatever. I don't know what's in their mind. So, and one dog, actually, tiny dog, approached us and it was not on the leash, but I think it was just like a random stray dog or someone else's dog who's not really, who's just like letting them run or whatever.
Very
but
common
really
here.
Didn't really train them. So the dog was going after us, and thankfully, I don't know how, but I think no. And all at once, Luna just moved, like turned, and she was like, and the dog just left, and I'm like, oh. Thank God you're big and scary. You look big and scary, You're not scary, but you look. So yeah, really, it sometimes can be scary,
Exactly. So you take the leash with you when you walk, Luna?
Always. Always.
Right?
Yeah.
But,
although I don't really walk my dog that much actually, but always a leash. Yeah.
For the bigger dogs like Labradors or German Shepherds, of course, they are mostly in leash.
Yeah.
Because they are huge, and people, not because they will do something, but people will be scared of them. If they see the leash,
That's the thing.
They are more relieved.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that I mean, I personally am not scared by big dogs because I know that does not correlate with the aggressiveness. Like I can see when a dog is a bit aggressive, and usually they're aggressive because they feel threatened, not just because they're aggressive.
Exactly.
It's not really like a thing, but yeah, I love big dogs. Actually, small dogs annoy me because they're always yelling.
Exactly.
They're just like, it's kind of as if it's allowed for them to be aggressive, and for bigger dogs, oh no way, they're aggressive, they're going to be put to sleep, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's unfair because they have this reputation. Anyway, common breeds.
Before we continue with the show, here's a quick reminder. This podcast is free for everyone and supported by listeners like you. We hope that this podcast is useful and convenient to you. This is a labor of love for both of us. To help us continue creating useful content for everyone, we will appreciate your help. If you have the means, you can support us in different ways. You may just go to buymeacoffee.com/mozdekafa podcast and send us some cups of coffee. You may also become a member of our show on patreon.com/mozdekafapodcast and get extra benefits like bonus content, full transcripts of the show in Serbian, or even join us on the show. We rely on your support to help everyone more in learning Serbian language and culture. Thanks for joining us today, and now let's get back to our episode.
So what I'm actually curious to see what you have seen.
Yeah, I'm going to share my screen to show you the most common ones that I see here. This is going to come later. This one. This English Bulldog, mini Schnauzer. I don't know. That one is so common. I see them in hiking. I see them in parks. This is number one for me. Because of their, beard, I guess I pay attention to them. I find them very funny, actually. So
I haven't seen that many of them. This is really interesting for me to see. Yeah, to hear actually.
In Belgrade, once I saw a woman walking 2 or 3 of them, another one again, 2 of them. I was like, what is wrong? I often see them.
Like, are they that cute? What's happening? Okay.
These slow ones, English Bulldogs, are very common too. And they are noisy.
Oh,
breathing.
They're so funny. They're so funny to me. All of these like big-eyed ones, they're just so funny to me. I think I would have one just to laugh every day.
Exactly.
Because they're,
when it comes to cuteness, this is the funniest. This is the slowest and most common. The third one is Corgi. Oh my God, this is very, very common. And you see them sometimes abandoned, and then they can survive by themselves on the street somehow. Here, really? I see so many breed dogs, just left out. But small ones, because of their, fur, you realize they need special care and they don't have it. And then on the street by themselves, poor things, just, survive. But they're always in a pack, so they protect each other. So I don't see lonely dogs much.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have a good system for like, taking care of stray dogs. And so what we usually do, we have a lot of like volunteers, and they create like the, how do you call it? Oh my God, udruženje. Now my mind stopped. Like a society or something. Yeah, support group or something like that. And then there's like donations. They organize some place where you can put these dogs, and then actually, you can keep them.
People are more like supporting them a lot. I see in front of my house, there's a park, and I see the kids giving them food, the owners of the cafes, restaurants, fast food places, everybody kind of supports them.
They're usually around like burger places like Pljeskavica,
exactly,
or like where they know that they will get food. Yeah.
Pits is also very, very common. I see them in the parks a lot. But my favorite is this one, Komondor. I have a couple of them here. I see them in some parks in Kruševac. They look like sheep, but
sheep, you mean?
Yeah, sheep.
Yeah, sheep, yeah. I thought you said shit. I was like, oh my God, they look like shit. The sheep.
Who shits like that? Come on.
Yeah, they're quite hairy, right?
Yeah. Golden retrievers. For me, in Turkey, golden retriever was a dog that you walk with a leash, but here golden retrievers are just free. They just walk themselves. I mean,
because I think people have this not prejudice, but like a generalization that they're the kindest dogs ever. But it really like, I mean, I think they are. I think that they are not really, they're not really aggressive. But any dog can be aggressive. So, why?
Yeah.
Why them not on the leash, but everyone else, yes.
Exactly. Doberman, for example, you never see a free Doberman walking around. They're always on the leash.
No, that would have been a no. That's what I'm saying. Like, just because they are trained. I mean, a lot of these, like some of the dogs have these hunting skills and so on, but that doesn't mean that they're gonna bite everyone.
Exactly.
If they're well fed, they're fine. They don't care about running around. It's like cats. Cat would have eaten you, trust me. But just because they are well fed, they don't care about chasing a mouse or anything like that. Otherwise, they would.
By the way, I don't know the name right now. This is also very common.
Oh, wait. Is this?
They're so beautiful. Siberian?
It's something Asian, something like I don't know.
Me neither. Let me go on this.
Go there, yeah. I think it's something on A, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I checked this name. Poodle, sheepdog.
Okay. Chow Chow. I love Chow Chow. It's so funny.
Samoyed.
Okay. Maybe Samoyed. Oh, wait.
Oh, that's one.
American Eskimo dog. I thought it was okay. Akita. Right. I thought it was Akita.
Akita, yes.
That's the thing.
It's also Akita. I heard that too.
Akita. No, Akita is not that fluffy. Okay, fine.
This fluffy one is Eskimo dog. Yeah, that Eskimo one is dog. So beautiful.
Oh my God!
And I see them here. Yeah, they are, I think, very calm dogs and full of energy.
I didn't see them that much, unfortunately, but yeah. So what? Okay, this is funny because what I used to see, I will tell you, 20 years ago, this is what I used to see. So oh wait, you didn't show me this one. Yeah, okay.
I think you saw these more because these are original Balkan dogs as far as I see. Which ones? I think you saw Hounds.
Yes, I think I would. I think in like
there's two types of hounds: Serbian hound, just brown and black, and Serbian three-color hound.
Yeah,
including white.
These ones I've seen. Yeah, I've seen them, but not as much as I should, considering that they're typical like dogs in Serbia, right? Like, how can I say? Fat, not fat. Oh my God, doesn't matter. Because they're supposed to be Serbian hounds, right? But I think I did definitely see shepherds. And I think, but mostly these ones like in villages.
Yeah.
Because they are there for a purpose, right? Because you have like chickens and
herds and they are leading.
Yeah. I think I would say these ones. I don't remember anything like very specifically. I usually saw like other international breed dogs, I would say, or maybe a mixture of something like mixed dogs. I would see for sure. All of these I've seen perfectly.
These ones mostly black, just brown in the belly part. So that's very common here too, but as street dogs though.
As street, exactly. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah. Did you see any other there on the photo, like in Serbia?
Yeah, every kind of dog you can see for sure here.
Yeah.
But these are the most common ones. Also, this Australian cattle dog, looks like shepherd, but it's a bit different. And I think, yeah, that's it. So Siberian Husky, I don't see them much actually to be here. Yeah, in Kruševac at least.
Yeah.
But in Serbia, in Belgrade, I think there are.
They're very difficult to take care of, right? Like the fur and so on. But so what I used to see is, well, first of all, mixed breed. I would definitely see that. And we call these meshanats. Or we call meshanats is like meshan or like mixed, right? Or we call them, was it Dodge? And there's a reason for that.
Why?
DOG, which means home. It's not homemade. It's like, okay, I'll say it in Serbian, then I'll try to translate. It's an acronym. So D is domaća, O is obična,
normal.
J is I think Dukela, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Dukela. So Dukela is actually like a very bad way to say dog, right? Dukela, like some random like dog over there. Domaća is like home. It's not homemade, you know, like it's like
domestic or local.
Domestic, local. Obična is regular, or like just normal, regular. Yeah, exactly. And then it would be like domestic, regular dog, which means that no breed, anything like so many breeds in one, like just random, who knows what it is. So yeah, you can say, but usually meshanats is better. Meshanats. And then these dogs, like I think Labrador and Zlatni Retriever, golden retriever, like Labrador, they were, because they have this reputation of just being like the best family dogs, very well natured and so on. Good natured, right? Good natured. So these ones I would see a lot, especially with families. Then I mean, also like these people like these like bad ass dogs, like a Rottweiler as well. I don't know, German Shepherd and so on. So these kind of things I would see. And mind you, I probably saw a mixture of all of these. I don't know if they're 100% like breed. And then I would say somewhere around when I was in high school or something like that, like a bit maybe before, they started getting these tiny dogs. So then that started being a trend, and then it was two types of tiny dogs. One of them is like the funny tiny dogs, which is like the French bulldog, like the how do you call them? We say mops. No, oh my god, I forgot now. Doesn't matter, but all of these like very big eye dogs that are like tiny and funny, and then the other ones are like the cute tiny dogs. So Malteser, Poodle, Bichon. I don't know how you say it, Bichon, something like that, which is pretty much this white, like these tiny white dogs that are just like so cute.
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua. I still back then I didn't see Chihuahuas, but I definitely see Chihuahuas now. I definitely see them now. But yeah. This is pretty much what I saw. Obviously, there's so many other breeds, but yeah.
By the way, one of the reasons also for the small dogs is that they are cheaper. The bigger the dog, unfortunately, they buy those animals, as you know. So
guys who live in, for you who live in Serbia, you can find breed dogs in the shelter, animal shelter. So, and you pay 20 euros, maybe.
Yeah, you just donate to their organization and take the dog. Yeah, there are so many shelters around, and not so many, but there are so many these places where you can see those animals are taken care of. Some of them are not official, NGOs or something, but there's so many Instagram accounts helping dogs from the streets, right? It's so beautiful here.
So there's my friend that has this Luna dog, which is a pit bull. He got her for like, he paid like symbolic 15 euros or something like that. I mean, really, if you really care about breed dogs for some reason, go to the animal shelter or go to these like like, how do you call them, communities where they like societies where they help out.
Exactly. Also dog hotels. In every city there is a dog hotel.
I didn't know that.
Because I have a cat and I need to find a hotel to leave her when I go on holiday, so I call the dog hotels if they also keep the cats, and some of them do. and dog pensions, like they are also called pensions here. It's so funny. They have their own garden, their own, routine. It's so fun.
Oh my
It's a beautiful
God.
life.
How expensive is it? How do you pay daily?
Daily, yeah. There are packages, food included, excluded, but there are very official. For example, the one that I live, like they have their own vet that you sign a paper saying if any serious thing happens, they are allowed to take my animal there. So, €10 more or less in Belgrade, maybe in smaller cities, 7, 8
per day.
Yeah.
It's not that much, actually.
Not at all.
That's great. That's great.
And then they always, record videos, take photos, and send them to you. So you are always in touch.
That's nice. I didn't know that. Oh, that's amazing. I think that's better than the dog or cat being alone,
at home. Exactly. They're miserable.
Okay. Yeah.
Shelters. And I was going to share one story. Like, there is this dog. I think I will never, ever forget that dog. I mean, still alive, by the way. Blind dog with a collar, walks himself, or I think herself, I'm not sure. Every morning, comes to the park, makes a couple of laps, and then goes back home.
Alone?
Somebody trained that dog, obviously.
Wow.
Alone.
That's impressive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, guys, even if you have even if a dog doesn't have one leg, they can still function. They can run. They can do everything, literally. Exactly. Help them out. Yeah.
Okay. Let's give some vocabulary about dogs. So we know pas, psi, psa. Okay, that's complicated, but this is how we talk about dogs. And how do we say barking and howling?
Lajati is barking.
Lajanje now I remember.
Lajanje, yeah. And howling, I guess it will be Zavijati, I think. That's a good one, actually.
Because there is one dog living next door in the garden. Whenever the church bells ring, starts howling.
Yeah, starts howling. Man, I think it's Zavijati. I think pas Zavia, is it?
Like
Can I check it?
Yes, go ahead. And to walk your dog will be shetati, shetati psa, right?
Shetati, yeah, shetati psa. Let me just see. How to howl.
Yeah.
Howl. Zavijati. I was right.
Yeah.
I think I usually just hear them barking, so that's why. Howling is, I think it's specific for a breed. Like my dog.
Maybe
not really.
Smaller ones maybe don't howl.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, no, everyone howls, obviously, but it's just like maybe someone more. Like I always envision myself like huskies howling.
Yeah, that's true.
Howling more, so something like that. So they like singing a bit more, but yeah, everyone obviously does. Yeah. What did you say then? So Lajati, Zavijati. What else was it? What is the next thing that you asked me?
I asked walking a dog. Walking your dog is
Shetati. Shetati psa.
Psa.
Or shetati pse. Yeah, multiple. Yeah.
Okay.
Then to adopt a dog, which is, so there are two ways how you can say it. You can say usvojiti, which also means, you can also say adopt a child, usvojiti. It's the same verb.
I see.
But you can say udomiti as well, because dom is home. So you can say udomiti.
Reminds me of getting married for women. It's udati.
Yeah, udavati se, venčavati se, ženiti se, yeah.
But this one makes sense. Udom, so at home. Like you bring it
I don't think you would use that for a child, like
no.
udomiti dete. I mean, sure you can, but yeah, it's just a bit more. Yeah.
And a quick reminder to our previous episode, like one of our earliest episodes about adjectives or idioms. Sorry.
Idioms. Yeah.
Veran kao pas.
Yeah, loyal as a dog. You can say tired as a dog. Umoran kao pas. Because they're always active. do you like? Yeah, like, when you compare cats and dogs are active.
Exactly.
And also another one that I thought was like, when you're fighting like cats and dogs, right? So we say kao pasi mačka. They're like kao pas i mačka.
Okay. All these idioms use the singular form. That's great.
Yeah, we do use singular form. Yeah.
Very good. Okay. Thanks a
Good.
lot. Yeah.
Thank you. I think we didn't cover everything that we wanted, but
still, if you have other questions to ask us, please find us on Instagram or send us an email, and we will be happy to share whatever you need from us.
Yeah.
Okay. Hvala puno.
Yeah. Hvala puno.
Uživaj.